Hello friends, welcome to Live Out Loud with your good buddy Jason. I hope you are having an amazing day. What a crazy day this is. It is busy on my end. How are things going on your end? Is there a lot to keep up with right now? Good chance there probably is. I thank you for taking a few minutes out of your busy schedule, your busy day to join me and to share and to hear. I hope today that you're inspired, encouraged, and provoked to action, to good action. You know, one of the things that I've set myself out to be is I have determined I am a student of wisdom. I want to forever be a student of wisdom, and I don't know that I'm ever going to say I'm wise. I don't want to be that person. But I want to consider myself to always be a student of wisdom. And you know, friends, you know where that starts? Wisdom, it starts with fearing God. Now that doesn't mean being afraid of God. What it means is respecting God, being in awe of His greatness and His majesty, His splendor, and all that He's created and all that He's done. There is so much, and God through wisdom created everything that's been created, and God wants to give you wisdom. He wants to give us wisdom. He wants us to grow in wisdom. He wants us to value wisdom. And guess what? He's only going to give it to people who hunger for it, who want it. You know, so hunger for wisdom. Consider yourself a student. Consider yourself a student of wisdom. Not that we're ever going to look up and say, hey, you know what, I'm there, I got it, I'm wise. I don't think that's necessarily a good attitude, but it's okay to say I'm growing in wisdom. I am growing in wisdom, and I am seeking wisdom every single day. I am heeding wisdom. That's good things, right? So I want you to, oh, by the way, my shirt. You like my shirt? It's my new shirt. Hope you like it. It sends a message. Guess what? I'm 49. I'm turning 50 this year, and I am having one of the best years of my life, and every single day is getting better. I am so excited, and I have determined that from when I turn 50, I am going to have a fabulous 50 year. Not a birthday, a year. A fabulous 50 year. I am going to be in the best health of my adult life. I'm going to be living with the most joy and productivity that I've ever lived with. And so I've determined that's what I'm going to do. And nothing's going to stop me from doing that, friends. So, yeah, thanks for being my friend out there. Think about this. I want to encourage you to get. Oh, Mom says she loves my shirt. Hey, Mom. Yeah, thank you. The next time you see me wear this shirt will be on my birthday. So, you know, if you were to sit still for a minute and you know, maybe close your eyes and dream and picture yourself 12 months from now. It's June 26th. 2021, 1 year from now. And when that moment comes, what do you want to be a reality at that moment that's not presently a reality in your life? What is it? There's maybe in multiple areas. I mean, health, fitness, relationships, financial goals, spiritual goals, family, social. You know, there's so many different areas of life, right? But what things do you want to be true 12 months from now that aren't currently true, or at least you don't currently see them as true? What are those? You know, just write it down. Say, you know, in 12 months, I would like to, you know, to B, C. Write them down. Do you have a journal somewhere? You know, one of the big things lately is the resonance calendar. Resonance, where you log things on a calendar that resonate with you. And I have a calendar, just my normal calendar. I put a future date out there of things that I believe that God has told me or shared with me, and you know, times and seasons and deadlines. I'll write them on my calendar in the future so that when that day comes, I remember to look back to the day that God showed me something, and I can give Him credit and honor and glory for that. But it also it's a milestone, and it builds faith when you see, wow, this is something that God prepared me for months or years ago. And it builds faith and confidence and courage, and I love that. So you would get a piece of paper and just write out a few things. I want this, this, and that to be a reality 12 months from now. And, what is preventing that from being a reality right now? That's another question. Is there something preventing that? Is there an outside circumstance? Is it something you lack? Is it a skill? Is it an opportunity? Is it a connection? Is it confidence? Is it competence? Is it courage? Is it time? What is preventing that from being a reality right now? Because there's always going to be another reason to wait and to say no and to say I'll put this off till tomorrow, right? But think about, identify what is stopping me, or what is preventing that one thing from becoming a reality, and then ask yourself this question: is there anything regarding that obstacle that I have control over? Anything? Is there anything? And is it an obstacle that you have to wait? Is it a door that you need to wait to open? Or is it a door that you need to open? Is it maybe the wrong door? Maybe you can get there another route. Think about that, So, do you have any control over it? Now, sometimes we tend to want to have a competence in something before we do it, or because we don't want to fall down, we don't want to look stupid. And when you have competence, it builds confidence, but sometimes you just need to be confident and let the competence come, okay? And it's one of those things that sometimes they seem backwards, okay? And some people like to say, well, to be successful, fake it till you make it. Have you heard that before? Fake it till you make it, and being successful. Act like you're successful and do these things. And I generally don't subscribe to what would be considered typically success, but I do believe that when you change your mindset and you start thinking different, that it changes your actions, and your reality then begins to change because of your mindset. And the whole fake it till you make it thing is really another way of just talking about mindset, And so what is it that you need to gain a confidence and a competence in? Maybe it's time just to step out and start to gain that. So think about this. When back in the Old Testament, when David stood before Goliath, or saw Goliath, he hadn't fought a Goliath before, but he was confident, wasn't he? Did he have the competence where he had fought other giants? No, but he had fought other things, the lion and the bear, and won. So he may not have been completely competent in a track record of giants, but he had a track record and he gives credit to the Lord, right? Of victorious winning and accomplishment. And maybe it's time, friends, for you to step up, just like Goliath was a step up for David, and he was there with competence and confidence. Maybe it's time for you to step up, and because if we don't ever stretch us to the next level, I mean, how are you going to ever win against a giant if you always say, well, I'm not going to fight a giant because I've never fought a giant? Well, you've got to start somewhere. You have to start somewhere. And so what is preventing that from starting right now? The confidence will build when the competence comes, and the competence will come when you have confidence and start. So we've got to get started. That's the whole thing, friends. We've got to get started. Get started. Get started. Get started. I want to encourage you. I want to provoke you. You have potential that is untapped. You have potential that is so untapped. And again, that could be in your career, your health, your skills, your serving skills, just any area of service, or really in anything, whatever area this is, there's something, I guarantee you, there's something in your life where you're holding back, and something's holding you back, and it's really this invisible, this glass ceiling holding you down. And really it comes down to limited thinking. And I want to encourage you to expand your thinking and upgrade your beliefs about you, about what's possible, about what you're called to do, and about your purpose. Sometimes we may not know how or who, but we know why. And I think that maybe there's a why in you on what you're supposed to do, but you may not know how or who you need to be in touch with. And the answer is still the same. If you know why and you know what, you've got to get out there and get started. You'll meet the person that you need to meet to help you on this journey. You'll gain the skills and the confidence and the competence on this journey. It all starts with getting started. There's a saying I hear every now and then. Some of my friends, they say, you just got to commit and figure it out later. Commit and figure it out later. That's kind of scary, isn't it? Dangerous. That's dangerous living. But there are times when you have to commit and figure it out later. Now, if you're doing brain surgery, probably not a good idea to go ahead and start cutting right now and figure it out later. But in so many things, our lives, we're resilient, and we can try different things. And God gives us grace, and we can try different things. And I feel like if we wholeheartedly are trying to serve God, and we go out and do something, and it maybe wasn't really the right thing, and we made a mistake, but we did it with the right heart, I think there's grace there. And I think God will bless that, and He will steer you in the right direction. And you remember, yesterday we talked about, God will direct your steps, and He'll establish your plans. But guess what? You have to have plans, and you have to have steps. So we need to get stepping. So look back to this whole 12-month thing. In 12 months from now, I want to be able to say A, B, and C, and I want to encourage you to write it down. Write down, here's the things that aren't presently a reality that I want to be a reality 12 months from now. And then I want you to write the date, June 26, 2021, and I want you to write a series of statements. And they start with I am, and it's going to say things like I am A, this or that. I am doing B or C. I have done this and that. I have already begun. And start telling yourself that, and you're going to start coming up with ideas that are going to help move you forward, and steps that are going to move you forward and progress you to that end 12 months from now. So, friends, you are much more awesome than you think you are. God has created you as an amazing person with an amazing calling and a uniqueness. And the only way that you're going to see that is to take action. And friends, I want to encourage you today. You're amazing. You're loved. You're important. You are so important. You're valuable. The world needs what you have. And if you want to realize the fulfillment of knowing that you're following the purpose you were created for, let's get started. Get started, and then you'll see things. You'll see things come together. And it's like, it's a tipping point. It's like putting a puzzle together. When you just dump out the puzzle and there's pieces everywhere, first thing you got to do is find all the edge pieces. Then you find the edge pieces and you build the frame of the puzzle. And the more you get the puzzle done, the faster you are able to place the pieces, and the quicker it all comes together at the last minute. And so, friends, you may be at a certain place where you just got a whole bunch of pieces of the puzzle on the ground. And I have personally felt like that in my life several times, that I had all these things that I knew I needed and pieces that were important, and I had the end picture, but I didn't really see how all the pieces fit together, and I just had to take time. And I just want to encourage you to take time. Don't lose courage, and persevere and keep going and put those pieces of the puzzle together, and it's going to gain momentum. And you're going to come to a tipping point where it's going to feel amazing, and then you're just going to start running even harder because you can see it coming into reality right before your eyes. And again, whatever your dreams are about and whatever your calling and your purpose is, go for it. There's nothing going to be more fulfilling than fulfilling and living out your purpose in life. So friends, I want to bless you. You are amazing. You're more awesome than you think. And go out and have a great day. It's a fantastic Friday. And hey, by the way, I'm going to take a few days off. And so you won't see me for a few days. I'm going to take a few days off, and I'll come back and join you guys in a few days. But just thank you so much for taking time out of your busy day to join in. And I look forward to seeing you again in the future. Bye-bye.